Scott here with Rafters, Sports and Movies, where it's all about sports and movies, movies about sports, and sports. It's time for a Rafters review. This review will be 8 rounds, and here's what's going to get us to the knockout. We're going to start with 45 seconds in. That's going to be my initial thoughts. Then we're going to jump to genre, plot, pace, production value, acting, soundtrack, and final thoughts. That gives us our 8 rounds. Are you ready? I'm ready to rumble. Let's go. F1 the movie released to theaters June 27th, 2025. I actually saw it in theaters July 1st, 2025, so just a couple of days after. I did hold off on watching the hype and seeing how it was going and just went in and watched the movie. Now, I did not see it in IMAX, but I do suggest that if you can, you should. My experience was very, very good. It is a PG-13 for strong language and violence. I thought it was very clean in that regard. My initial 45 seconds into the movie, I wanted to see more. It hit the green light, tire screeching, loud rock and roll, tires rumbling. You could feel everything, and it continued throughout the movie. But first 45 seconds, I definitely wanted to see what was going on and what was going to happen. I was buckled up and ready for more. Are you buckled up for round 2? Round 2, genre, coming up. Okay, genre. What is the genre of this movie? It's multifaceted, but really you break it down, it's car and sports. But the way it's listed is car action, motorsport, action, drama, sport. I totally agree. All those totally make sense. There are tons of moments of drama. There's car stuff throughout, so if you're a gearhead, you're going to love it. If you're not a gearhead, I think you're going to like it too, because they didn't go overboard into the technical aspects. Probably the gearheads would like a little more of that, but there was some of that. There's a little bit of espionage or corporate espionage, but not enough to add that. We'll throw that under the drama. There's a little romance. We'll throw that under the drama. And then, of course, there's a sport. And in sports, we have to have a winner and we have to have a loser. And if you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby. So that's genre. Next up, plot. I'm going to try really hard not to spoil the plot. You can actually go to my video, F1 the movie, spoilers and commentary. Links in the description to get all that information. But for this and plot, I'm going to tell you the plot is a washed up, never been, teaming up with a could-be to save a underperforming F1 team that has all the right parts but just can't seem to win. A car action movie, there will be crashes, trips to the hospital, drama mamas, lots of tires, lots and lots of tires. And that's your plot. Next up, we've got round 4, which is pace, which is perfect for a movie like this because it's a racing movie. Round 4, pace. So the movie had a runtime of 2 hours and 35 minutes. That's also 155 minutes, so it's kind of long. Now, it's a race car movie, so you would think that the pace would be fast. Just click, 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 moving right along. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast. However, I felt the pace was just about the right length pace that it should be for the content and building the story and stuff like that, because you can't be on the track the whole movie. That's just not possible. You don't have any kind of character development, any kind of realizations. You don't get to the miracle moment. Be looking for that when you watch it. So were there some slows? There were some slows, but let's be clear. I watched this in the theater, okay? It's a much different environment from watching it streaming from home. Streaming from home, grab your remote, hit pause, and, bathroom, snacks, soda, whatever. Well, I'm in the theater. I made the mistake of drinking an entire caffeinated drink starting at the beginning of the movie until, I don't know, about a third of it, maybe halfway through. I was tapped. I had no drink left. But that's not the problem. The problem now is me trying to find a spot to where I can get up and leave because I know I'm fixing to do this review and I don't want to miss a major plot gap, plot point, or twist or what have you. So it came to the point where I just had to go for it, and that's what I did. So no, I'm not going to tell you the caffeinated drink. I do not have a caffeinated drink sponsor, so nobody gets free advertising. But keep that in mind. Pace was good. Next round, we're going to talk about production value. Round 5, production value, and it is no mistake that the production value on F1 the movie is incredibly high, probably max level here. And it's no surprise because every player that's involved in this movie has a track record, pun intended. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, who's known for Tron Legacy, Top Gun Maverick. He has a track record for making high-octane movies, and this one is no exception. You feel it when it begins all the way through the movie. Written with Ehren Kruger, and Ehren did 3 of the Transformer movies, The Ring, but also wrote Top Gun Maverick. Also, writing credits go to Joseph Kosinski. So from the very beginning, from the writing to the directing to the production staff, we've got Apple Original Films, Warner Brothers, Bruckheimer Films, Plan B. 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton was involved. Yes, he's a race car driver. Hello. He kind of knows his stuff, so he helped advise on the movie. So what do you get when you bundle all that together? You get a movie that you need to go see. I've been there. I've seen it. It's definitely worth you going to see it too, but don't wait. I'm telling you, you don't want to stream this one. You want to watch it in the theaters. You want to feel the rumble of the seats. You want to look around and go, I'm not that old, but I think they should turn the volume down. It's that kind of movie. You really want to feel the whole immersiveness. At some parts, I actually thought I was driving the car, with the turns and this and that. It was spectacular. Very, very high production value. This was no YouTube wannabe video. This was definitely high production, and thumbs up to Apple for going this route and taking it to the theaters first as opposed to streaming. Don't get me wrong, I do love my Ted Lasso on Apple, but this being in the theater, I think they did it right, and it's definitely IMAX worthy. Apologies, I did not see it in IMAX, but if you do, I'd love for you to give me your comments. I'd love to hear from you. Next up, round 6, acting. Round 6, acting. And we've got to have some good acting to have a good movie, of course, and this movie had great chemistry. Our lead actor, Brad Pitt, led us off. He hasn't been in a sports movie since Moneyball. It's been a couple of years, but this one, he's playing a different character, a different feel, different vibe, but it still works. It still works. Now, his supporting cast includes Damson Idris. I said it right. And this is his first sports movie, according to my research. You may know him from the TV series Snowfall or the movie Outside the Wire. Then we have the female lead, Carrie Condon, and I'm not going to tell you anything more than that. She was in The Banshees of Inisherin as Farah, and also in, what was it called? It was a Star Wars Goonies show. Oh, yeah, Skeleton Crew. She was Farah in that. And then we also have one of my favorites, Javier Bardem. Javier. And this is his first sports movie, I'm pretty sure, because you might remember him from No Country for Old Men. He's not playing that role here. Takes a different role. Does very well with it. He plays off of Brad Pitt quite nicely, as well as his staff. It'll make sense when you watch the movie. But he was also Stilgar on Dune and Dune 1 and Dune 2, the remakes. He was in those movies as well. But I have to mention, because of a sports connection and also connection to my favorite TV series of all time, Ted Lasso, also an Apple product. We have in the movie playing the role of Bernadette, the mother of Joshua Pierce, the young F1 racer that Damson plays. His mother is played by Sarah Niles, who is, yes, you know her as Dr. Sharon Fieldstone from Ted Lasso. Does a great job as the mom. Her and Pierce, you kind of do get the feeling that it's a mother-son relationship there. And you can see Mama Bear protecting her cub and things like that. So the chemistry is very good. Love that we have another Ted Lasso actor in this movie because this is all my all-time favorite, and you'll continue to hear me say that forever and always. But for now, we're going to talk about round 7 coming up, soundtrack. Round 7 soundtrack. Let's start your engines. This movie rumbles, crashes, rock and roll right in your face right out of the gate with Led Zeppelin, A Whole Lot of Love. And if this is a quiet movie, this is not the movie for you. This movie, the soundtrack alone will get your heart racing. Hans Zimmer did the score, masterfully delivered. All the pieces come together. Again, you need to see this in the movie to fully feel it. I cannot list all the artists and all the songs, but I'm going to list a couple here. We got Rat with Round and Round, Billy Squier with The Stroke, Bad As I Used to Be, Chris Stapleton. We got Queen. You can just take a guess what song that is. Just Keep Watching, Tate McRae. Drive by Ed Sheeran. Masterfully put together, really added to the movie and the tone of the movie. From the very beginning, it sets the tone. This is going to be a high-octane movie. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. Next up, Round 8, my final thoughts. Round 8, final thoughts. Now, as you've figured out, Rafters, Sports and Movies, I love sports movies. One of my favorite subgenres is racing movies, and I think this one now has jumped to the top of my list. Now, we haven't done a tier rating yet for racing movies or any of the other genres, baseball, football, ice hockey, and we'll get to that at some point. The plot made sense throughout the whole movie. Sometimes you lose to win or something like that. You'll watch the movie, it'll make sense. F1 is hitting on all cylinders, definitely raised to the rafters. Skip that Starbucks. You don't have to take the toll road. Save up your money. Treat yourself. Go to the theater. You'll be glad you did because you're going to feel this movie throughout. It does have a good, nice ending. You do have that warm and fuzzy feeling that you get from a good sports movie, but also in this one you get the whole racing aspect. And yet, like I said earlier, at some time I felt I was in the race car, driving the race car. Very, very good. Very well done. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you will too. If you do see it in IMAX, please give me your comments. I'd love to hear from you. The checkered flag has waved. We've come to the end of another Rafters Sports and Movie review. That review was F1 the movie. Don't forget to like the video before you go, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel for more sports and movies content. Until our next game, this is Rafters Sports and Movies, where we raise our favorite sports movies to the rafters, just like those championship banners. Thanks for watching. Your roster spot is secure here at Rafters Sports and Movies.